All right, gang, I do have a Friday morning editorial for you. It's a little late coming. I had to go out and run some errands this morning. I'm joined with my co-host, The Bird. And this one is reference a police dispatcher that did a no-no and got fired for it. And so we're going to do one on that one. I went through, I can't tell you how many pages of news stories on Google to find police accountability or police transparency. And this is probably the best one that I found right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you from St. Louis. Thank you to KSDK.com for the story. The St. Louis County Police Department has fired the dispatcher who used the N-word on an open police radio mic earlier this month, according to sources familiar with the investigation. The department released the audio of the January 9th incident in which the dispatcher said an expletive, followed by the racial slur after taking a call requesting police intervention. Police departments generally do not reveal whether employees are fired or resign, saying that it is protected personnel information. But sources tell 5 on Your Side the dispatcher was terminated Tuesday. The dispatcher in question had worked for the department since 2004 and is related to Chief Mary Barton. She rescued herself from the investigation and revealed the connection only after 5 on Your Side and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported it. She put Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth Gregory in charge of the internal investigation. Multiple police sources confirmed to 5 on Your Side that Human Resources Director Carl Becker sent the following email to all department employees Wednesday on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth Gregory. We are right to share outrage on what transpired last Saturday, January 9th, on one of our very own radios. What occurred should not be rationalized as a slip or minimized to only offensive language. The focus cannot be only on the words, but the hateful perspective they represent, a reminder of the pain of generations that continues today. There has been a tremendous interest in the process and steps forward, and rightfully so. Please know that each of the steps in the response and investigation were completed as expeditiously as possible and in accordance with the applicable policies and procedures. Even in the most egregious instances, this approach must be taken to ensure the department adheres to due process for all its employees. On January 19th, we concluded the investigative process and his employment with St. Louis County ended. The dispatcher in question was scheduled to retire Wednesday, the date some believe he would have attained the necessary points to retire with a full pension, but he may still be eligible for his full pension given that he worked several days within the anniversary of his employment month. Becker addressed the issue in his email by writing, "Great attention has been paid to if the former employee would be able to receive a pension, which is not within the department's purview. Please know the pension benefits had no bearing on the course of the investigation or discipline in any way. I appreciate the resiliency and patience you have demonstrated with this process over the past 11 days." Multiple police organizations, commanders, and others condemned the dispatcher, calling for his immediate termination. Lieutenant Keith Wildhaber was among those who sent a statement to 5 on Your Side condemning the dispatcher. He was then verbally admonished by Becker for making the statement without permission from the police department per its policy. The St. Louis County Police Association and Ethical Society of Police expressed outrage over the department's scolding of Wildhaber for speaking publicly about the matter. Wildhaber requested a transfer out of the Diversity Inclusion Unit following the meeting with Becker and has since returned to patrol. So a lot of things here. We know that it was a male dispatcher, him. But did you hear what this Wildhaber made a statement and said, I condemn this guy's use of the N-word and his racial slur, and he should be terminated. And he gets admonished for that. Why? Because it gives the department a black eye. Well, you know that a dispatcher who's been there for 16 years, probably 17, it depends on when he started. He was there since 2004. So between 16 and 17 years, this dispatcher was there with that up here the whole time, thinking N-word, racial slur. And yet they're going to let him. He's going to get his full pension, by the way, because he was a police dispatcher. And that's right. They get whatever they want. He shouldn't get any pension. Well, I don't know. Maybe he should give him 50% pension. But he gets fired. He gets to retire anyway. Full pension. Which he was going to do anyway. I'm going to retire next week. What are they going to do? Fire me. Whoa, they really did. And now he gets his full pension. You just have to believe that when it comes to law enforcement messing up, the chances of true justice are slim. Slim. I won't say to none, because we have seen law enforcement who have been sentenced to prison, who have been convicted, but the chances of that are slim in comparison to what we're seeing out here. Should this guy have been charged with a crime? No, but his pension should be, I don't know. It's a slippery slope. And it seems like the citizens and the residents are always sliding down that slippery slope, while the officers and those who screw up climb it. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch. Watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include dispatchers who use racial slurs on the radio and from coast to coast. I and the bird bid you adieu. Have a great weekend.